Okay, I said I was going to come on here and try to talk to beginning preppers again. And if you're not a prepper, you really are messing up. I don't care if it's just because you need to save some money because prices are going up and up, or if you may be part of a hurricane or a tornado and power outage, that type situation, or, well, there's unknowns out there. So what I want to do, in case you really don't know what you're supposed to do, these type foods right here, and I'm not going over prices. In fact, these are from different hauls, or even some of it is from Farm Share or Food Pantry. These are what I would call basics. This is where you begin. Dried beans, dried rice, pasta of any kind, whatever you like. Actually, I'm going to take that back. We're to the point now that I almost cringe whenever I still hear people. I know why they started it, but preppers will say, buy what you normally eat, buy what you know you're going to eat. Let me tell you what, I'm not trying to be smart. I really am not. If you're hungry, you will eat anything, and you will be glad you got it, as my mother used to say. There's the spaghetti noodles, which those were from a while back, and I went ahead and put them in a plastic jar, and there's bay leaves to try to keep this out. But these are like your building blocks, your foundation. You can take rice and beans or pasta and then add other things to it and make this stuff go way further. There's just examples right there of meats, and I'll show you how bad the prices have gone up. I bought that, let's see, April of last year. That was $1.60. They're like $3 and something, or close to $3 now. Here again, if you don't have a lot of funds, please get off that thing about, oh no, we're not going to buy things that we don't eat. I get it. I really, really, really do. If you're not already stocking your pantry, you might want to consider getting food in that pantry. Then you can worry about the picky later, and you can always, if you don't like it, you can swap out, because there's other people that they may gladly switch over something to you, trade out for some green beans. Canned greens of any kind are also highly recommended. Your pastas. So start with the building blocks here. Get you some seasonings. It doesn't matter what kind, and it doesn't matter what size. I've been doing this for 3 years, so at a certain point, thank you, Jesus, you can start increasing a little bit. So I have bought some of the larger sizes. You're wanting to season some of this stuff. You need some sugar, I would recommend, unless you're total sugar free, but sugar may be a good barter item for later. Salt, slap you mama. There's some other of the seasonings. Try to get you some fruit. That's something that a lot of the food pantries somehow or another seems to have. I've never seen that sold anywhere. So, number one goal, get food. If you think that hard times are really going to come and you're going to still say, oh no, I don't like white rice, I don't like beans, I bet you're going to learn to like it. We are the most spoiled nation of the world, and I'm praying that we don't see this in my lifetime or your time, but it is coming. So here's the foundation, the building blocks. Then once you get enough of these, and especially if you ever get them on sale, buy them, buy them, buy them. I may try to do another video. I would not leave any of this in their packaging, and I'll tell you why. On some of this, it's a gross secret that other people know. There's larvae Sometimes there's even dormant bugs in this dried goods. You can either get it home, put it in the freezer, which many people do, freeze it for 2 or 3 or 4 days. I did that for a while, but I'll be honest with you, what I do now more than anything, almost nothing can live, except maybe certain bacteria or whatever, but almost no living creature can live without oxygen. So what I do is I repackage, I reseal it, and I will either put oxygen absorbers or I will vacuum seal things. I didn't on that because I did expect to eat that a little bit quicker. But please think about putting you some food away. And some of this food does not always have to be just for you. It can be to barter with. It can be to help someone else with. But I'm telling you, you can boil you up some rice or even some noodles and dump some of that soup on it. Cut some of that ham in it. Doctor it up. Please get you some food in your pantry. If you wait until it's too late, then it's just too late. Then you have to count on either the kindness of others or you've put yourself in a situation that if you want your family to eat, you're going to have to steal it. And there's a day that may cost you way more. And I'm not talking dollars. So, love you guys. Get food. Get food. Forget this thing that only get what you're going to eat. No, I'm telling you, ask anybody in any country that has really gone through this. You'll be happy to have some beans and rice. You would almost beat somebody in the courthouse square if you could get a bowl of rice and beans. So, get ready. Don't get scared because there's still nothing to be afraid of right now. But get you some food in there. Alright, I moved the canned goods away because unless you decide later to dehydrate them, you just sort of mark the cans. If you so choose, you can put the expire date or recommended date. But I was going to show you, this is what I do once this stuff comes in. Rice or pasta. I do have glass jars too. I do have mason jars that I buy every time I see them on sale or at yard sales or thrift stores. But I live on Social Security, just like some of y'all out there. I have learned that some of this can go in plastic containers. This was juice container. See how sucked in that is? This is pasta. And then I put oxygen absorber in it. I repackage this stuff into that. Another way that I do is vacuum seal bags. And I'm not going to lie to you, I've had some people say that they don't have good luck with the vacuum seal bags. I don't know if you can tell. This had been the Zatarain's beans and rice. I took it out of the box. If I'm afraid that the seal, that whatever I'm sealing may punch through the vacuum seal bags, I get some lunch bags, just some brown or white lunch bags. I pour, say like the beans, if you're afraid somehow or another the beans or the rice will poke through, put them in these brown bags and then vacuum seal them. That's almost a year ago. They're still hard as a rock. Those, I poke holes inside the original bag that they come in, and then I stick them in a vacuum seal bag and I put moisture absorbers or whatever, and I do that. I've never had this lose its seal once I have either put it in here or put it in that bag. Another way I do is Mylar, but if you can't afford all this in the beginning, fine, focus on food. There's flour, sugar. This was done over a year ago in sugar, and you never put oxygen absorber, so before you do some of this, there's a few things you can't do it, but I put a moisture absorber. Some of y'all will understand what this means. Sugar can tend to clump up, same thing as salt. You never ever put oxygen absorber, and here that's still nice and dry. And Get you some oxygen absorbers when you get to a certain point. You can use them in the jars, you can use them in even the vacuum seals, but to me that's redundant. I would never waste oxygen absorbers, because if the vacuum seal is going to lose its pressure, then that oxygen absorber in it is not going to be any good. And then here's the silica gels, or the moisture absorbers. So they're just to get you started. And if you can't afford the vacuum sealers, that's fine. That's why I'm showing you this. That's a Gatorade bottle. Stick that down in there. Seal it up as good as you can. So, hope that helps somebody. Love you guys. Be prepared. Okay, I'm just going to read a short passage. This is Matthew 24, beginning verse 4. And Jesus answered and said unto them, Take heed that no man deceive you, for many shall come in my name, saying, I am Christ, and shall deceive many. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. So, and let's see, for nation shall rise up against nation, and the kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places. So, even if you don't believe mainstream news or anything, if you don't believe in Jesus or God or the Bible, then I don't know what to say. Best of luck. Hopefully you will be prepared anyway. But this has been predicted for a long time. It may not be the actual beginning of some of these sorrows it's talking about. But get ready. Get prepared. Get your soul ready and get your house in order. Love you guys. You really are loved more than you even know. You can do this. Get a few bags at the time, a few cans at the time. Just do what you can. Take care of your family. And there is help out there if you can't do it. There are people that will help you. Take care. Love you.